Hey everyone, welcome to day 6 of our 7-night Alaska cruise on the Celebrity Solstice. Today is Ketchikan Day.
We will be arriving in Ketchikan around 1:30 today, and we're really excited because we have an excursion booked, a boat excursion.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a boat tour in Ketchikan, so that's going to be this afternoon. But you were up quite early.
I was.
I was too.
Yeah. I was in the buffet before 7 o'clock because our cruise director informed us there's a good chance of seeing whales in the area that we were this morning. Now, people definitely saw whales, but I did not.
You were always on the wrong side of the buffet.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't follow all of his advice. All of his advice would be standing where you can see the whole ship, like up in the Sky Lounge or at the back where you can move around. Instead, I got a plate full of food and coffee and sat down, and I was always in the wrong spot.
So yeah, it's quite gray and rainy out there today. So
it's cool.
We sat in there and drank coffee for a while. Then we went up to the Sky Lounge and enjoyed that. That was relaxing. And
that would have been a really good place to watch the whales because they were announcing too, like when they would see a whale, they'd say 1 o'clock off the front, or so you would have seen them up there.
Yeah. So good time up, just relaxing up there. There was some morning stretching going on in there as well.
We just drank coffee.
Yeah. I actually went out from there out to the main pool area and went into the hot tubs, the outdoor hot tubs. The indoor ones, there's quite a few people in there, but the outdoor ones were quiet. I had a whole hot tub to myself, but boy, I tell you, it was cold getting out of the hot tub.
I think that's why it was quiet.
There was a few people
out
there, but for the most part it was pretty quiet, and getting out was just really cold.
It's pretty cool out there.
Yeah, so so this morning we're hoping to go before Ketchikan to the main dining room for lunch.
Yes, that is the plan, so unless things change.
Yeah, so and then we've got our boat tour, and it's gonna be an amazing day here, so we're gonna head out and grab some lunch here pretty quick. Well, we are back from lunch in the Grand Epernay. We were actually one of the first ones there for 11:45, so we got seated right by the window.
Which is really nice because you go quite slow into Ketchikan. You go past some like cottages, even the airport. I saw a great big Alaska airline flight come in.
Yeah.
It's a nice view.
It's a nice spot there. Now, what did you have? We both had the same appetizer.
Yes, we both had the cheddar broccoli soup, which was nice.
I enjoyed it after
some cold
being
weather.
out in the cold weather, so that was quite nice and
good.
warm. And then I had the Cuban panini, which had ham, roasted pork, pickles, cheese, and it came with fries and coleslaw. I'm gonna say it was just okay because it was cold.
Yeah, the meal took a little longer than we had hoped.
Yeah.
I noticed they brought the food out for our whole section.
Yeah.
So it took us about half an hour to get our soup and then another half an hour for the main entree.
Yeah.
We actually canceled dessert just because we want to get into Ketchikan now. But I ordered the mahi and it came with some quinoa. It was good. It wasn't huge though, but it was good.
Yeah, so we'll just call lunch neutral, a little on the cold side. But we're excited to get going into Ketchikan shortly. We're just pulling in. The Serenade of the Seas is here. And we're docking here. Downtown Ketchikan is down that way, and that's where we're meeting up with our excursion today. So our tour today is a private excursion. It's called Lighthouse Totems and Eagles Excursion from Lighthouse Excursions, and we'll have that link below in the description so you can check it out for yourself.
This is a boat excursion where we hope to learn a lot about Ketchikan while taking in some great views.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. So let's head out into Ketchikan and join up with our tour. All aboard 7:30. Now we are docked here in Ketchikan today. Most ships do dock, but we have had to tender in the past, which takes a little bit longer. It's so nice when we can just walk on and off the ship. So our tour is meeting at the Liquid Sunshine Gauge.
Do you know where that is?
I do know where that is. We're a little bit early though, so we can take our time getting there. Oh, the Coral Princess is here as well. We were once told on a tour that this eagle is giving the moon to Juno. Do you think that's true?
I didn't hear anything you said.
That the eagle's giving the moon to Juno?
That's what they say.
Ketchikan City Hall. Looks like Holland America is here as well. Docked up the end. And the liquid sunshine gauge. So this is where we're meeting up. Again, we're a little bit early, so we're gonna just walk around a little bit right across the street from welcome to Alaska's first city, Ketchikan, the salmon capital of the world. Creek Street is down that way, on the other side of the pink federal building down there. Tons of souvenir shops here. And it's the Wester Dam again. We just saw you, I believe, yesterday in Juneau. Kettle corn. Hello, big fella. Polar bears are sure huge. The Krabby Crab Shack. And back at the Ketchikan sign. Well, so long, Coral Princess. You weren't here for long? Alright, let's go find our tour. This must be our van. Ready?
Ready.
Is that the salmon steps?
This is the salmon ladder, yes.
Yeah, salmon ladder.
Yeah, it's right off to our right side here. This is also known as Ketchikan Creek. Off to your right here is more of a Ketchikan Creek here. It's Creek Street, also known as Red Light District.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's Dollar's House, the famous Red Light District Dollar's House. And then by 2010, they extended the runway to what it is now to where we could safely land at 747.
The Lighthouse Endeavor. And here we go. Looks like they've got little booths in here and binoculars we can use. And we are off.
We have 2 marine heads on board the vessel. That is the nautical term for bathroom. Those are located downstairs in the hallway. That's going to begin with Jared and AJ coming around shortly to offer you a complimentary beverage of your choice. On board we have fresh brewed coffee, locally roasted here in Ketchikan. We've got a variety of soft drinks available, water, hot tea, as well as our signature hot chocolate. Today this body of water is called Ward Cove. It is one of the deepest and best protected natural occurring harbors in the whole of North America. To the right of us here, you can just see a really small portion of this rocky shoreline left above the water surface. 6
You got a
o'clock
hot chocolate?
Yes,
Yeah, you should get one that's whipping cream
3
on it.
o'clock to
Looks
our
good.
right-hand starboard side.
No, Island is so cute.
It is cute.
Feature of our tour flow was many of them along nearly driven to extinction by 1940. When adopted as the national symbol in the late 18th century, there may have been as many as 100,000 eagles nesting across the country.
This tastes really good right now.
Alaskan eagles are generally larger than eagles in the lower 48 and have bills that are roughly twice as long.
Now, as we pull forward just a little bit here, you're going to see the nest come into view about 1/3 of the way down the trunk of that tree. And it wraps right around the trunk. It's a big mass of sticks and branches. You'll see it kind of silhouetted along the trunk of the tree there.
Staying warm inside.
Yeah. I do go out and in, out and in.
Very informative, lots of
Including my
information.
house. But fortunately for us, we do have about 13 feet of annual rainfall, so it's pretty rare to run out of water for your home.
As these particular poles fall in time or decay, perhaps they too will be replaced by new interpretations of old stories, or by different types of totem poles entirely. Perhaps someday you too shall return.
Smoked salmon with lingonberries.
No, it's like a little charcuterie board.
Looks good.
Waste to this
Wanna
wooden
see?
tower, however, and in 1922, funds were appropriated to rebuild the lighthouse
It's
and
good,
to
smoked
keep
salmon.
quarters and to
Alright, I'll try it.
upgrade the log signal. In 1923, new construction was completed, giving rise to the reinforced concrete structure that stands today.
That's
Use of a 5-second blast. In fact, these squabbles led more than once to violent conflict.
And you can also head out the back and up the stairs and be up top on the boat as well, right by the captain, some seating up here. It's too bad it's rainy. But I think there's a couple of eagles over on this marker there. Yes, there is. And that's about it for the tour. So they're going to take us back to the marina. Oh, there's some deer along the shore there. And another eagle on top of the cross. But we're back at the marina, and they're going to take us right back to town where they picked us up. The whole tour, including the transportation back and forth, is about 3 hours long. Well, we're back.
That was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It's still raining though.
It's still raining. I want to try and hike up the hill and get some photos of the ship
It's tradition.
before we go back on, so
Right.
we'll do that. So across from the Eagle, there's some stairs that go up the hill here, and there's a lookout point. Front Street. But be careful, I'm sure it's slippery.
Ready, set, go.
That's a workout. Whew.
Well, it took a minute.
We'll see what the views are like, because it's usually the other berths, but you okay? We're huffing and puffing here. Alright, we made it. Cedar Street and Front Street is the Knob Hill Overlook. Alright. That's beautiful. Even in the rain. All right, we're getting soaked. Back to the ship.
You do know it's formal night tonight, right?
It's formal night?
It's formal night, yeah. And
Chic night.
yeah, that's what they call their formal night though. On Celebrity Chic night. Oh, and it's like we're like
We're like drenched cats.
we're like very, very chic at the moment, right?
All right, back to the ship. Careful coming down here. We're back on the ship. We got dropped off right where we got picked up, so it was super convenient. That was a lovely excursion.
It was from start to finish, like beginning right away with our driver who was amazing, friendly, a true local that gave us a lot of perspective on Ketchikan.
Yeah, and out on the boat, so super knowledgeable. They were speaking on the loudspeaker throughout the cruise or the boat tour, just talking about local culture and pointing out the eagles and totem poles and lighthouse, and we saw quite a few eagles.
Lots of eagles, and they took the time to help you. It was a really positive experience.
Yeah, you know what? I really liked the little snack tray they brought us.
I loved it.
The smoked salmon with the lingonberries was really good.
Even a piece of chocolate and some Ritz crackers. It was wonderful.
And also, they walked around a couple of times with beverages, so hot chocolate and soda, or you could have coffee.
And whipping cream on the hot chocolate. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So, yeah, I think that was a really fun day. What I actually also appreciated about it is it's a new area of Ketchikan we haven't seen before. So, we've seen a lot of the downtown area, but it was just something new and unique.
And really shared like the deeper history of Ketchikan, from the fishing to the indigenous tribes that live here.
Yeah.
It was a lot of history and background.
Yeah, so a lot of fun out there here in Ketchikan.
So now it's time to change gears and to get ready for chic night. Ken keeps thinking it's chick night, but I'm trying to reassure him, no, it's chic night.
We'll just call
night.
it formal night.
Formal night. So
We're gonna have to get undrenched.
undrenched, maybe dry our hair and change your clothes.
Yes. So there's a show or a performance tonight, and then dinner. It's gonna be a fun night, I'm sure.
Yep. So let's get ready. The magic of time. Was that like a 20-minute turnaround
Yeah.
from drowned rats to chic?
All right, let's go.
I saw a duck.
A duck?
Yeah, you got a duck for the duck.
Duck.
Duck goose.
Well, we sailed out of Ketchikan and we're back en route back to Vancouver in a couple of days. Evening shows, dinner. It was a great night.
It was. You think about the range of what we've done today, from basically playing in the rain and taking in beautiful sights to getting ready and dressing up for a chic dinner and a beautiful show.
It was a wonderful evening.
It was.
So we'll rewind. We'll start out in the Solstice Theater
Yes.
for another show.
Our main show tonight was with Hayden Smith, and he's a singer and a crazy talented musician, playing multiple instruments tonight.
Well, he played the alto sax and then the soprano sax.
Yes, and
So-
a guitar,
Yeah.
and he sang.
He did sing, yes. And
And
he was really good.
An extra surprise, which we didn't find out till later, is that the singer from last night, Alexa, is his wife.
Yes, so they were excited to be able to be on the same ship and perform both of
Together.
them. So she actually came in as a guest singer for one of the songs.
And we're told they're going to be presenting together tomorrow and doing stuff throughout the day.
Yeah,
So that's
so-
exciting.
Yeah, it was a really good show. Highly recommended. I know it changes from week to week, but they were
It was fantastic.
really good. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
And amazing. His lung capacity for playing the saxophone.
I was getting suspicious of like, how's that even possible? Like, I'm like, am I being duped here? Because he could just hold that saxophone forever and just keep playing a note.
And you used to play the saxophone.
So did you. But
Little known fact, we both played the alto saxophone in high school.
our poor bands.
Anyway, yeah, great show. And then we actually were walking out to, what's it called, the Grand Foyer? Something like that?
Past the Grand Foyer, we were headed to dinner.
Yeah.
And there was a presentation over in, I believe, the Martini Bar.
Martini Bar. All of a sudden there was a lot of noise and commotion, and there was some bottles spinning and flipping, and multiple bartenders were juggling cups and bottles, and it was crazy. They were super talented.
Yeah.
So they did the big thing where they pour out all the cups at once, but we were on the wrong side, so we kind of missed that part. But
And that was right around 8 o'clock.
but you didn't see it in the daily agenda, did you?
No, so I don't know what that was called, but maybe ask if you want to see that.
Ask the bartenders, because they'll probably tell you. So,
Yeah.
so really, really good. Then we went over to dinner. So our dinner 8:15 tonight in the Grand Epernay.
That's right.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So again, at our usual spot by the window, we could see kind of the outskirts of Ketchikan going by. It was really nice.
But it was very busy tonight because tonight, being the final of the more formal dinners, had lobster on the menu.
Yeah.
And it was pretty packed out.
It was. So let's start out with appetizers though.
Yes.
So we both had a soup. I had the French onion soup, which was very, very hearty.
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese on top and thick inside. I couldn't eat it all.
No, I stole some of the cheese.
Yeah.
It was very good. It was a lot though.
Yeah.
A lot of cheese.
And even the soup had kind of a thick mixture, I don't know what you call it, broth in there. So, but very tasty.
It smelled good too.
yeah.
I could smell it across the table.
Very homey feel.
Yeah. Well, mine didn't have any cheese on it like yours. I had the creamy smoked tomato bisque. Bisque or bisque? Bisque.
Bisque, I think.
Bisque. I always forget that one. Anyways, it had basil pesto and then the herb croutons on it. It was good. It was a much lighter soup than what you had.
Yeah. So
It was good.
And then we both had a salad. I don't remember what it's called.
We had the
something.
kale salad. We
Oh,
both had this-
kale salad. That works.
It was called a kale salad.
Yeah.
It was had roasted squash. You were trying to figure out what that was.
Okay, that's the only part I didn't like. I
Okay.
pushed them to the side. I was like, what are these? And I had to go back and look. And there was like,
Almost had a cooked apple texture to it, but not quite the same.
Yeah.
A little different. And then there was the dried cherries on it and the caramelized pecans, which I love. That made the salad like amazing. And then there was a lemon vinaigrette. And then there was some cheese on there too. I don't know if that was exactly what type, but it was good. You know what, my honest opinion though, when I had just the kale and just the lemon vinaigrette, I thought it was a little bit boring. It really needed all the toppings to bring it alive.
Was good without the squash topping, so I pushed that aside.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
But I felt like without all those little extra bits, it was boring. But when you added in the sweetness and the crunch of the pecan, it was good. It needed everything.
Yeah.
Maybe not the squash though.
Yeah. Those can be pushed aside. All right, main course. So tonight, if you are wondering, it's the second formal night. And they're calling it the chic night, not the chick night, the chic night. There is a complimentary lobster tail, so we both did order that. It came with rice and broccoli, I believe. Now, when we went to order, the waiter was saying, "It's small, would you like a second entree?" So, yes.
Which is great.
That's the second entree.
I like trying lots of things.
So I will mention though, if you did want a second lobster tail, they charge you $16.99. So the first one was complimentary and the second one is $16.99. But if you want a different entree, that was complimentary. So we both ordered the beef Wellington,
which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually like beef Wellington more than lobster, but when it's lobster night, I feel like I need to participate and honor lobster night and be a part of the excitement.
kind of cruising tradition of lobster.
Yeah, and I do like lobster, but I like beef better.
And I saw a lot of tables ordering 2 entrees, especially when the waiter's kind of saying, "Hey, do you want a second entree?" A lot of people were, and I think that slowed things down a little bit tonight.
The staff were working so hard. So just be prepared that it is a very, very busy night and it could take a fair bit longer than the other nights.
Yeah.
So know that ahead of time.
But delicious.
It was good.
Yeah. You also mentioned you felt like there was more people wearing suit jackets tonight, or men.
Yeah, I did.
So,
yeah, I thought people were quite dressed up.
So, yeah.
But some people weren't at all.
Some people weren't
So
at all.
there's a wide range.
Wide mix. Now dessert, there's a few things I had a hard time choosing. I shouldn't say that. There was a few things I wanted to try, but one stood out to me.
Because you went with your classic. You always go for this.
Well, we're in Alaska too, so the baked Alaska was on the menu, which was delicious with the, is it I don't know, the 3 Neapolitan or whatever ice cream and the meringue topping that's kind of burned. It was really good. And it looked fancy as well with the red squiggle of something.
You also like ice cream, so
I really have a hard time describing what food looks like. So.
It tasted good. It looked nice.
Thumbs up. So, and you had?
I had the citrus roulade, so it was a vanilla roll filled with a lemon cream. It had a very fresh, summery taste to it.
Okay.
And it was good.
It looked fancy as well.
Yeah, and it felt like enough. There was 2 pieces and it felt quite filling. Maybe it's because I had lobster and
and our decaf coffee.
beef Wellington. And it was really nice though.
Yeah. So dinner was really nice. And we left there though. So it took a little bit longer. So it was basically 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And in the atrium area, what's that called?
the Grand,
something.
Yeah, anyways.
The main atrium area. What party was it?
It was the Shine the Night in the Grand Foyer.
Grand Foyer.
And so that was at 10 o'clock. And it was a celebration of all things shimmery. So if you have something shimmery to wear tonight, there was a lot of people wearing like sequins, kind of shimmery or metallic-y materials.
They were handing out like, I don't want to call them glow sticks, like baton kind of glow ones or something like that. And kind of a bit of a dance party going on there. So yeah.
And all ages out there.
Yeah. So a lot of fun. So I'm sure that's probably still going on. We did quickly stop in the Dueling pianos as well. So
they were singing something Nashville, so I think it was country music tonight.
Yeah.
In there. Again, it's still packed.
Yeah.
But wow, the talent. I understand. I totally understand. So
yeah. So just a wonderful busy night here on the solstice. Final thoughts on today?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it more than I thought. I just appreciate all that I learned and saw today. It was nice.
It was beautiful out there despite the rain, and
Maybe
I always enjoy Ketchikan as well.
Maybe the rain made it more fun. It was like memorable.
Embrace the rain. That's
Embrace-
one tip I have for you. If you're coming to Alaska and it rains, embrace the rain. Just get wet. Have
Get
fun.
wet, dance in the puddles. It's all
Yeah,
good.
It's all good. So, tomorrow, our final day on the solstice. We've had a peek at the agenda. There's a lot happening. So, it's a sea day as we head back, and often it is very beautiful out there as you sail through. So,
There's only one bad thing. Tonight, we lose 1 hour of
Ugh.
sleep. We head back onto BC time, Vancouver time.
they treat you with a bonus hour of sleep when you get on, and now they take it away.
It's a trick.
It's a holiday, and they're making you sleep less.
True.
So, anyway, I guess we could sleep in if we want.
That's true.
So, yeah, at least they do it tonight.
Yes.
Anyway, let's end it there for today. So that's been day 6. Tomorrow's day 7, a sea day. Make sure to hit that subscribe or follow button on all your favorite social media platforms, and we will see you tomorrow for our final day on the Celebrity Solstice. Take care, everyone, and good night.